Rituals believed to have been handed down by the gods, but these sorceresses take it to a cosmic level. Welcome to the continuation of my DireLands system agnostic dark fantasy campaign setting. My name is Adam, and in this episode, I will be discussing the organization known as Xalsion in DireLands. If you appreciate the development of this campaign setting or the features of other games on this channel, I'd like to invite you to consider becoming a patron on Patreon. You can even purchase tabletop role-playing games or get $10 by signing up to startplaying.games using my affiliate links in the description below. The Xalsion formed as one of the first organizations mortals manifested. When Triumvirate was entirely covered by the wildlands, and the gods walked the land conversing with their creations, some women were blessed by Brigid, the goddess of fire and poetry. She believed that while mortals' penchant for creation and destruction was strong, it could be tempered into the forge of fire. Ritual was the forge she laid out to her favored mortals, and she shared with them the knowledge of cosmic magic. Select females from all mortal races would gather and revel in Brigid's light, celebrating the grand cosmic sky and practicing the rituals she gifted to them. As this order developed structure, and as the wildlands themselves began to slowly retreat into itself, splitting the realms of mortals and the divine, the women decided to try to carve out a space that would be protected, a space that fights back against the spreading mortal realm, protecting their god and all gods by proxy. That is, until the Arioth waters arrived on the cosmic scene. You see, the women who had become Xalsion believed that the wildlands were simply divinity on Triumvirate, and that the celestial bodies that dwelt in the sky were other forms of the wildlands. In fact, they believed you could travel to the different moons and planets through worship and practice of the gods' rituals. This belief was tested when, fearing the Arioth waters' desire for knowledge would pollute the moons Doce and Edochus, the Xalsion split their order in two. One group agreed to stay and protect the wildlands, and the other would travel to the moons and preserve their wildlands for future generations. What these cosmic travelers never expected was that there was something already on the moons, something more ancient than the world they left behind, something hungry. Whatever this nameless horror was, the Xalsion who remained planetside never knew, but they quickly learned through ritual communing that their sisters who had left became something entirely different due to the horrific tortures of these beings. The gods would never speak of the horrors discovered, but the Arioth waters believed that they had contacted them. In truth, the beings they called the Dukarechev were what the cosmic traveling Xalsion became. They were granted power by this aberrant manifestation of the sisters and turned the Arioth waters against the very gods who created them. This put the Xalsion in a terrible place. They could travel to the moons themselves and try to aid their sisters, hoping to undo what they had become, or stay and protect the gods from this new threat in the Arioth waters. Brigid bade them to stay. She told the Xalsion that their sisters were beyond redemption, and the horrors that twisted them were beyond comprehension or defeat. The power harnessed by the Dukarechev was at the behest of this unknown horror who sought to destroy the gods. They turned the Arioth waters against the gods, promising them power, but despising them at the same time as infantile meddlers in a divine war. They could use them for their own ends to bring the nameless power to Triumvirate. The Xalsion now focused their rituals for preservation against both the Arioth waters and their sisters the Dukarechev, which took them out of the world's sight for millennia. It wasn't until the witch queen Menenok arrived with the assistance of the Arioth waters that the mortals began to look to the wildlands for their old gods' aid. They learned of the Xalsion as the gods fought the Arioth waters, and some of these female mortals joined the order in defense of their home. When the Witch Queen was defeated and the gods ended their long war, the Xalsion retreated further into the wildlands. Their plans turned from preserving the wildlands to retrieving their lost sisters, the Dukarechev. In the wake of the Witch Queen's reign, the Xalsion is no longer trusted. And though no one knows they are the source of the Dukarechev, the Witch Queen's terrible rule left any female magic wielders distrusted, even ostracized from the mortal realm. This suited the Xalsion just fine. They did not need to be understood, nor their plans known to save Kirdvanig. They are not doing it for the mortals, they're doing it for the gods. For it is the gods that created life, and it is the gods who will preserve it. And with their attention no longer focused on the Arioth waters, it is the hope of the Xalsion that they will assist them in the retrieval of their sisters in the cosmic realms. What they do not know is that since the Witch Queen was once a member of their order, a being made by the gods, she is inextricably linked to the Wildlands and is being brought back with the aid of the Arioth waters. This is causing the Wildlands to grow at an exponential rate, and in this growth, it is being corrupted by the power of this nameless cosmic horror that created the Dukarechev. Once the Xalsion discover this truth, will they continue their scheme to save their corrupted sisters? Will the gods leave Kirdvanig and the Wildlands to aid them? And will the Arioth waters take advantage of the change in focus of the Xalsion? Only your home campaign can answer these questions, as the future of these DireLands are in your hands. Thank you for watching today's DireLands Fantasy Campaign Setting episode. Please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel, liking and commenting on this video, and if you enjoyed this episode, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. Thank you to creator patron Aaron Hardy and developer patrons Chris Androu and Sam Ruiz. Always remember that evil spelled backwards is live, so get out there and be evil.